There is no video on Thursday. Just to let you know, in case you're trying to find one. I've been busy on other things that can't be filmed. And also I think I was just putting out videos for the sake of putting out a video to hit a certain day. And there's been a lot of frustration recently that things on the homestead are not moving as fast as what people might think. Now, a few people have been kind enough to stretch out the hand and say, let me come and help you. And I've had so many of those emails, I'm still in the process of going through them all, because I can't sit at the computer for too long. So I'm slowly contacting people in the background. Now, some people I've emailed 2 or 3 times, and because they haven't got a response, they've got quite aggressive. So obviously they had been taken off the list. Don't want those type of people coming and bringing their negativity to the plot. But you do feel these days everything has to be explained down to the minutiae of life. When I said the other day I was thinking about getting some French curtains, put them on the window, so I could sit there in the summer and watch them blowing in the breeze. And there were several comments about, but they'll get damp because there's no glass in the window. I'm thinking, do I really have to explain that I'm talking about a time after the glass is put in? Nobody would put curtains up with no glass. That just doesn't make sense. But when the doors are open on a summer's evening, they will be billowing in the wind. And YouTube recently, in the last few months, it feels like you have to spell every single bit out. And that can be quite draining. So maybe I just turn off the comments. But then why do the good people have to be deprived of the interaction? Or maybe I should just stop reading the comments. But it's like I go to the toilet twice a day. When I wake up, I go to the toilet, I empty the bowels. No, because it's not filmed, apparently that never happens. So maybe I need to start filming everything in life and trying to second guess what people are thinking next. And this is filmed in real time, so I just can't understand how people, if you've watched over the last month, you've seen there's been problems with my back. Well, that's not going to get sorted the next day and we'll all be fine and dandy. But I think that could be my fault for saying there's 4 videos definitely per week. So maybe I should reduce it and just put videos out when progress has been made. So they'll just appear whenever they appear. Or maybe I should just ignore the comments and let people talk amongst themselves. I do not know. I know this is a nice mug though. Now, Mystery the cat. Do you remember I mentioned last week a cat just arrived in the garden and I called her Mystery because we had no idea where she was from. Then she disappeared, then she came back on Friday, and then Friday night I woke up in bed with a cat on top of my head because I'd left one of the windows open upstairs. So she stayed for Saturday, Sunday, Monday she slept here as well, and she was in the garden. And then yesterday, but on Monday I thought, yes, because I've been putting on things on Facebook, does anybody know this cat? And nobody came forward. And then I thought, cats have chips, don't they? They love a bit of chips, especially with some fish. So I took her to somebody down the road who had one of these cat scanner things, and we found the address. So last night, Mystery, I then had to keep her in on purpose. Mystery was taken away back to her home, which is about half a mile down the valley. And I think they said they've only been here for a few months, so the cat is still getting to know the place. But it was so warm last week, they opened all the windows thinking everything would be okay, and the cat just went. So they did say, you do know that she will probably come back. And I said, that's fine. As long as she brings her packet of sandwiches, she can come and stay for a few days. So I've got the phone number of the people involved, just in case Mystery does come back, whose real name is Squidgy. But to be honest, I prefer Mystery. Oh, it's a mystery. And the cats seemed perfectly fine with her coming in and eating their food and everything. And even though she looked small, apparently she's about 2.5 years old. So what else is going on? Nothing much. In fact, today I've been forgetting what day it is. I keep thinking that it's Thursday today, and then I thought it was Tuesday, but apparently it's Wednesday. So the good thing about having Mystery here, though, she was getting me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I got into a bit of a routine which I've kept on since she went. But it was strange. The next day after, the house felt really quiet indeed, and even the cats were sort of going, where's that noisy one gone? So who knows, maybe in a few months might get a little playmate for Amber and Topsy. If I do, I would treat this one a bit different and start taking her down to the homestead from an early age. Or him. But I thought it was only male cats that like to travel far and wide. But they said, oh no. But in the valley where they used to live before, she was known as a wandering Jew. She would go and visit everybody for a plate of food. So it's been a strange few days. So I wouldn't regard this as a video. I'll probably take this video down when the next video is ready to be seen. I went to go and lend a hand in somebody's allotment this afternoon, and it was about 19 degrees, and it was nice to spend some time on somebody else's plot, just helping out, tidying up the pots and things. And then we sat down and spent 20 minutes having a good old fashioned tea and a chin wag. Oh, my alarm has just gone off to tell me that my good old pal and YouTuber John Rogers is about to do a live video in 15 minutes. So I'll have to wrap mine up to go off and see what he's got to say about himself. He's just completed something called the London Loop, which is a orbital walk around London, which I started, and I got as far as section 4, I think, before I left the place. So the other thinking that I've had, and then I'll wrap up then, because I want to go off and see John's live broadcast. I think I'm slightly missing London a bit. Not every day, but just having that hustle and bustle, and then, going to meet up with friends and having a cup of tea here, meal out there. So I think I need to sit down and address that over the next few weeks. But this allotment that I went to go and just lend a gentle hand with today, there's a shed there. And I've suggested that I start a tea hut, so that, in fact, I've still got my bell from my allotment site in London, where I can take the bell, ring the bell, and people can come from far and wide all over the site for a cup of tea in the shed. I've already said, if I set this up, you can bring your own biscuits. I'm not providing the biscuits, Jack. You can bring your own. And then that will give me a bit more of a social side and we can just sit there, talk about a bit of gardening like it was today. It was absolutely glorious weather today. The last few days in Wales, it feels like summer is here, not spring. We've just jumped straight forward into summer. But I think it's going to rain tomorrow, so not too much of a good thing, you know. So yes, there's a lot of thinking's been going on in the last few days, and I think I've got it all sorted in my head now on how we move forward. So yes, I don't know when the next video will be. If you click the bell icon and put it onto all, then you'll certainly get a notification when the next video pops up. There's a few places I want to go and see. I've got to go and buy some new trainers as well. So there's certainly a few adventures coming up over the next few weeks. Let's hope the weather improves. Anyway, I'll leave this video up for a few days and then I'll take the thing down when we get back to normal service, as they say. So goodbye from me, and I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.